You are capable of anything. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, maybe I'm not enough? Have you ever watched others rise and wondered why you're still stuck? Have you ever felt like greatness was for them, not you? Let me tell you something they never did. You are not broken, you are not weak, you are not behind, you are capable of anything. But here's the hard truth. No one is coming to unlock your potential for you. No mentor, no motivation, no miracle. The only one who can set you free is you. And right now, you're not battling the world, you're battling yourself, your doubts, your fears, that little voice whispering, you'll never make it. But here's what that voice doesn't know. You've already survived your worst days. You've already walked through fire. You've already overcome things people don't even know about. And that makes you dangerous. So stop asking for permission. Stop waiting for validation. Stop shrinking to make others comfortable, because everything you need to succeed, it's already in you. The strength, the fire, the discipline, the vision. You don't need more time. You don't need more talent. You need one thing: to believe. This isn't about hype. This is about truth. You are capable of anything. The only question is, are you willing to fight for it? They told you to be humble, to play it safe, to not ask for too much, but what they really meant was stay small so I can stay comfortable. They feared your power before you ever even touched it. And you listened, you shrunk. You tried to fit inside boxes you were never meant to live in. But you're waking up now, aren't you? You're starting to feel it again, that burn, that frustration, that quiet knowing that you were made for more. The reason you feel restless isn't because you're failing, it's because your potential is starving. You were not built for average. You were not designed to exist. You were born to disrupt, to elevate, to leave a mark that echoes long after you're gone. But that version of you won't show up if you keep playing safe. He only shows up when you're all in, when you commit to the process, when you say, no more pretending, no more hiding, no more waiting. Because belief is not a feeling, it's a decision. You are not too late, you are not too old, you are not too broken. You are capable of anything if you finally decide to stop running from yourself. You keep waiting for the fear to go away, but it won't, because fear doesn't disappear, you just stop listening to it. Fear is not the enemy, stagnation is, settling is. You fear looking foolish. Good. That means you're stepping into unfamiliar territory, and unfamiliar territory is where growth lives. You don't need more confidence. You need courage. Courage to show up when you're doubting yourself. Courage to keep swinging when nothing is working. Courage to look in the mirror and say, I may not be where I want to be, but I'm not quitting. You see, everyone wants the result, but very few are willing to become the person who earns it. That's the cost. Early mornings, late nights, sacrifices nobody claps for, and most people, they tap out before the miracle. You won't, because you know something they forgot. You were built for this. You've survived too much to be ordinary. You've endured too much to give up now. So let them doubt, let them question. Let them say you're dreaming too big, because one day they'll say, I always knew you'd make it. You're tired, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally, tired of chasing dreams that feel like they're running faster than you can, tired of giving everything and seeing nothing, tired of believing and breaking. And that's where most people stop, right at the cliff. Right when it starts to get hard, right when the process demands a deeper version of them, but not you. You're still standing, still fighting, because deep down, even in the exhaustion, there's a whisper. Keep going. That whisper, it's not random, it's not fake motivation, it's the truth trying to break through the noise. It's your future self calling back from the other side of struggle, saying, I promise it's worth it. Everything you're doing now, the quiet work, the lonely days, the invisible grind, it's not for nothing. It's stacking, it's building, it's preparing you. Every breakdown is a breakthrough in disguise. Every no is a redirection towards something better. Every failure is proof that you're in the arena. So if you're tired, take a breath, But don't you dare quit, because the version of you you've been chasing is waiting right past this pain. You don't need permission, you need purpose. And if you're still begging others to believe in you, it's because you haven't fully believed in yourself yet. The world doesn't hand power to the hesitant, it bows to the bold. You think success is about talent? Look closer. Most of the people winning didn't start with the most skills, they just had the most scars. Because scars are proof that they tried, that they risked, that they didn't fold. You want to win? You're gonna bleed first. That's the trade. This isn't just about motivation. It's about a mindset, a mentality that says, even if it breaks me, I'm not breaking. Every day you don't show up, you prove the voice of doubt right. But every day you show up scared, unsure, unprepared, you kill that voice just a little more, and eventually the belief gets louder, the fear gets smaller, the wins start stacking. But only if you keep walking, because you'll never find your power standing still. Most people quit before they even start, not because they're weak, but because they don't understand this one truth. Progress looks like pain at first. The beginning feels like you're drowning in effort and getting nothing in return. You show up, and no one claps. You improve, and no one notices. You sacrifice, and nothing changes. That's the test. Can you keep going when it looks like nothing's working? Because something is working, you just can't see it yet. Every rep is being counted, every late night logged, every tear documented. You are building something powerful. It just hasn't broken the surface yet. Like seeds planted in silence, roots are growing in the dark. And when they finally break through, they don't ask for permission, they rise. That's you. Keep watering your dreams even when it's lonely. Even when it's quiet, even when it hurts, because one day the world will ask how you did it, and all you'll say is, I never stopped. Here's the truth, you're not stuck, you're just scared, and that fear, it's not a sign to stop, it's a sign to start, because everything you want lives on the other side of action, not thinking, not planning, doing. You've read the books, watched the videos, heard the speeches. But none of that matters until you move, until you take the first step. Ugly, messy, and uncertain. Perfection is a myth. Waiting to be ready is a lie. You won't feel prepared. You won't feel confident. But when you move despite the doubt, that's when the shift begins. You don't become unstoppable by waiting. You become unstoppable by moving through fear again and again. So stop asking, what if I fail? Start asking, what if I win? The only way out is through. You've wasted enough time thinking. Now it's time to build. You want to change your life? Start acting like the person you want to become. Not tomorrow, not next year. Now, you think that future version of you, the one with the results, the power, the life you dream of just showed up one day? No, they were built in silence, built in the dark. Built in the moments where no one believed in them, not even themselves. So ask yourself, would your future self thank you for what you're doing today? Would they clap for your excuses? Applaud your distractions? Celebrate your hesitation? If the answer is no, you already know what to do. Every time you say later, you push the life you want further away. But every time you say now, you pull it closer. So act like it, speak like it, move like it. Become the version of you who doesn't wait for opportunity. They create it. You think greatness is a feeling? It's not. It's a decision. You decide to get up when it's easier to stay in bed. You decide to work when no one's watching. You decide to keep going. When everything inside you screams to stop. That's greatness. Discipline when it's inconvenient. You don't rise by doing what's easy. You rise by doing what's necessary. And most people, they don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're inconsistent. They show up when they feel good. But the real ones, they show up regardless because they know your feelings don't build your future. Your habits do. Your actions do. So stop chasing motivation. Start building discipline. Do it on the days you don't feel like it, especially then. Because that's how winners are made. There will be days when nothing makes sense, when progress feels invisible, when you question if this path is even worth it, and on those days you'll want to quit. But remember this, the breakthrough you're craving, it doesn't come with comfort, it comes with resilience. Every great story has a moment like this. The point where the hero is tired, broken, and ready to give up, but keeps going anyway. This is that moment for you, not the end, the turning point. You're not here by accident. You were meant for this fight, meant to push through, meant to rise above, because the fire you're walking through, it's not here to destroy you, it's here to reveal you. So when everything screams to give up, scream louder. I'm just getting started, you keep asking for signs. But sometimes the sign is the struggle itself, the setbacks, the silence, the resistance. They're not working against you, they're shaping you. You're not being punished, you're being prepared, because nothing builds real strength like being forced to fight alone. Nothing forges character like standing up after another. No, nothing creates belief like pushing through when the world tells you to stop. So stop waiting for it to get easier. Stop praying for the pain to go away. Start understanding it. The pain is the proof that you're not sitting still, that you're doing the hard thing, that you're in the arena. The people you admire, they bled here too. Every champion was once on the floor questioning everything, but they didn't stay there. Neither will you. You are not average. You've just been taught to think small, conditioned to believe that survival is enough, that safety equals success, that dreams are for other people. But here's the truth. You've got fire in your blood, the kind that doesn't settle, the kind that won't sit still, the kind that knows you were made for more. And deep down, you know it too. So stop playing small. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. Stop asking for permission to be powerful. You don't owe anyone your silence. You don't owe the world your fear. You owe yourself everything. You owe that little kid inside you, the one who dreamed without limits, a shot at that dream. You owe them belief. You owe them effort. You owe them victory, because you're not here to exist. You're here to excel. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards proof. You can have all the talent, but if you don't show up, it means nothing. You can have big dreams, but if you don't act on them, they rot. You don't get what you wish for, you get what you grind for. So stop telling people what you're going to do. Start becoming the person who does it. Let your work talk. Let your consistency clap back at doubt. Let your discipline destroy every excuse you've ever made. You're not in competition with anyone else. You're at war with the version of you that quit last time. This time, you don't fold. You don't pause. You don't explain. You build. You grind. You grow. And you show the world what happens when someone finally stops talking and starts doing. You know what separates the great from the forgotten? Not money, not fame, not luck. It's hunger, that inner burn to keep going when everything says stop. That refusal to accept less than what you deserve, because average people stop at no great ones. They push until they get a yes. You think the road is supposed to be smooth? It's not. It's full of rejection, resistance, and repetition. That's what makes it great. The pain you feel now, it's the receipt for the life you're building, the discomfort you're carrying. It's the tax for the future you want. So the next time you feel like quitting, ask yourself, is my future self worth this fight? If the answer is yes, then keep swinging, because the world doesn't give you what you deserve, it gives you what you demand. There will come a moment, a quiet one, where it's just you and the mirror, no audience, no applause, just reflection. And in that moment, you'll have to answer one question. Did I give it everything? Not did I win? Not did I look good doing it? But did I fight like hell? Did I keep going when I wanted to quit? Did I show up for myself? Because that's what it means to be powerful. Not perfection, but persistence. Not ease, but effort. And if you can answer yes to that question, if you can look yourself in the eye and say, I left it all on the table, you win every time. Because at the end of the day, the most powerful thing you can become is someone who never gave up. You weren't born average, you were trained to forget your power. They taught you to color inside the lines, to play it safe, to stay small so you didn't threaten anyone else's comfort. But your soul wasn't made to shrink. It was built to expand, to grow, to stretch beyond the limits this world handed you, to create something that's never been done before you. You are the revolution, not in noise, but in becoming the person they said was unrealistic. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You need one person. Yourself. That's all it takes to rewrite your future, to rebuild your identity, to become the giant they never saw coming. You don't lack time. You don't lack talent. You lack conviction, the belief that you're worthy of more, the discipline to chase it when no one's clapping, the audacity to act like it's already yours because it is. Every minute you waste doubting yourself, you rob your future of greatness. You've spent enough time hiding, enough time shrinking, enough time pretending you don't want it that bad. Admit it. You want the life, you want the success, you want to be the one who breaks the curse. So stop flirting with your goals and marry the grind, because dreams only work when you do. Let's talk about fear. Fear is the liar in your head, the one whispering, "You're not ready, you'll fail again, what will people think?" Let it talk, then do it anyway. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's action in the presence of it. You're supposed to be scared. It means you're on the edge of growth. No one ever leveled up in their comfort zone. No one ever became great playing it safe. So walk toward the fear, with trembling hands, with shaky breath, with knees buckling beneath you. That's what strength looks like, doing it afraid. The problem isn't that your dream is too big, it's that your belief is too small. You keep trying to scale your vision down to your confidence when you should be scaling your confidence up to match your vision. Yes, it looks impossible. That's the point, because if it didn't scare you, it wouldn't grow you. So stop asking if you're qualified. You qualify yourself every time you take the next step. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start becoming the person who moves while shaking. That's where the breakthrough lives, just past the point of doubt. Push through. You were built for this. The secret? Most people never even try. They talk about change. They journal their goals. They watch motivation videos. But when it's time to move, they freeze. Not you. You were not born to rehearse a life you'll never live. You were born to make the move. And yes, it will hurt. Yes, it will stretch you. Yes, it will cost you people, comfort and control. But guess what? You will survive, and on the other side of that pain, there's a version of you that doesn't flinch anymore, that doesn't beg for validation, that doesn't explain their mission to people who can't see it. That's where you're going. You just have to take the next step, because you are capable of anything. You weren't given your dream by accident. It was planted in your soul on purpose. But a seed doesn't bloom just because it exists. It needs pressure, time, and darkness to grow. And that's what this journey has been. Not punishment, preparation. Every delay was developing your discipline. Every setback was sharpening your resilience. Every heartbreak was strengthening your hunger. The question isn't, will it happen? The question is, will you outlast the storm long enough to see it? Because the reward doesn't go to the most talented. It goes to the most relentless. Let's get brutally honest. You've played small long enough. You've hidden behind fear, procrastination, excuses. You've told yourself, one day, when I'm ready, when the time is right, enough. Today is your day. There is no later. There is no perfect moment. There is only now, and whether you will move or stay stuck. Your future is bleeding while you delay, and it's not just about you anymore. There are lives attached to your obedience, people waiting for your courage, generations depending on your decision. So wake up, get up, move. You don't need more motivation. You need to remember who the hell you are. You've overcome worse. You've endured storms that should have broken you. You've survived nights that felt like they'd never end. But you're still here, still breathing, still fighting. Why? Because there's more in you, more strength, more purpose, more greatness. You don't need anyone's permission. You are the permission. You're not chasing a dream. you're fulfilling a destiny. So stop playing like you're weak, start moving like you're chosen, because you are. You were never meant to blend in, you were meant to break through. This world will try to box you in, make you forget your fire, make you settle for average, but average was never your portion. There's a giant inside of you, screaming to be unleashed, and you silence it every time you doubt, delay, or diminish your calling, but no more. Today you say goodbye to smallness, goodbye to fear, goodbye to the version of you that was scared to show up fully. You don't just deserve more, you were designed for more. Now go prove it. No applause, no audience, just grit, just fire, just you building in silence. Because Beast in Silence was never about hype, it was about honor. The honor of showing up when no one sees, the power of growing when no one claps, the discipline of becoming the version of you they never expected. This is your movement for the misfits, for the late bloomers, for the ones building in the dark, far away from validation. Let them doubt you, let them sleep on you, let them laugh, because when you rise, you won't need to say a word, your results will roar for you. This is your time, your rise, your mission. You are capable of anything, and starting right now, you're going to prove it. You are the beast in silence. And the world has no idea what's coming.